my name is Luke Stokes with the eosDAC launch team, and I want to give a quick update on all the different things that we've been working on lately. And I wanted to kind of remind everyone that this is a DAC. We are working towards becoming a DAC, working on the smart contracts that actually define this distributed autonomous community. And once those are in place, we can vote in our custodians. Once those custodians are in place, we can create worker proposals, have those worker proposals voted on. Lots of really cool, exciting stuff. So we are still in the process of getting all that together and making great progress. And I wanted to just do a quick video highlighting some of that and also remind the community that as a DAC, if there's something that you see needs to get done, then it's your job to do it, right? We're all owners and customers and employees of the DAC, essentially. Wherever we see room for improvement, we then have the responsibility as members to improve it and to fix it and make things better. So I want to encourage everybody in the community to understand that. Like, if there's something going in a direction you don't like, there's no CEO to fire. There's no middle manager to blame. Like, it's just us. We got to get stuff done, right? So we are getting a lot of stuff done, a lot of really cool stuff. So I just wanted to spend a little quick moment going through and showing a little bit about some of the things we've been doing. So I'm going to share my screen here a little bit and just kind of show off a little bit of what we've been doing. So as you may or may not be aware of, this is our DAC Toolkit technical design that we've been working on since March. And it has the different components such as our token and member contract. It has all the components for the airdrop, which we completed successfully. We have the custodian election contract. We have, and as you can see, there's been plenty of discussion and debate. We're working with object computing as well to help us with this. And of course, worker proposals, all of that being worked on, designed, developed, and even managing how we're going to manage the control of the accounts as well. So from that document, we've been building out our GitHub. And again, this is all public. You guys can watch as it's happening in real time. So you can see the custodian contract, the token contract, the toolkit that we're developing. All of these things are open source. All of these things are on GitHub. And if you're wondering kind of what the latest is with the eosDAC, you can always jump into the GitHub and check it out. This here is the toolkit UX UI design document that we've been putting together, and the different team members working on it. Some of the requirements we've been coming up with. It's surprisingly challenging to come to consensus on frameworks and getting different developers to agree on the tooling we're going to use. And so for now, we're looking at the Kazar coding framework, Vue.js, and also the material design for our UX and UI. We've got some great mock-ups here, and I'll get into those in a second. But this is the different phases are going to be just registering as a member and signing up, approving our constitution, all that kind of stuff. And then custodian elections and worker proposals after that. We have additional functionality we're going to be integrating with our Discord. So you can be a known registered member on the Discord channel. We have different meeting notes and things here as well. Moving on from that, we also have a token explorer that we're working on. It's coming along nicely. So we've got some more information there. We're kind of looking at some other explorers in the space, figuring out, what aspects of that we want to copy and how we want to make things a little different. So here's a screen. Here's a screen of one potential of how the eosDAC Explorer, the Token Explorer, may look. And again, we're working on this. I'd love to show you some prototypes, but I'll wait until they're actually a little further along, but they're coming along really nicely. So we have some functional prototypes for this. And again, this stuff is open source. So other tokens that need an Explorer, hopefully we'll be able to get this out quickly, and you guys can enjoy using them as well for your own projects as you build out your own DACs. Here's an example of our Google Drive. We've spent a lot of time kind of figuring out naming conventions and how we're going to get the community involved in lots of different things. So for example, our tech and development, the different documents I've just been talking about, you can reference those here as well. And then we have some more screenshots that have been provided by one of our community members working on building out different tools. So our DAC Toolkit, here's an example of what the dashboard might look like if you were a member of the DAC and you're coming to the DAC Toolkit. So this is where you'd be able to vote for custodians or look at worker proposals, stuff like that. And this is just another example breakdown of the candidate list for custodians and how you're going to be able to vote for those custodians. And again, those 12 custodians are rotated in every 7 days based on stake token weighted vote. And those custodians control the funds of the DAC, and they control via their vote which worker proposals get approved and which ones don't, that kind of thing. We're also going to have light designs as well, so it won't just be dark designs. So depending on which you prefer, you can either go dark or go light. This is an example of, and again, we have some prototypes already functioning on this, but the idea when you first come to the DAC Toolkit, you'll be asked to register as an eosDAC member. And from there, you're going to integrate with Scatter and connect through, read through our constitution and the actual the Ricardian contract related to becoming a member of our DAC. So that's some cool stuff I wanted to show you. Also wanted to show real quick our Discord channel, which you can see here. This is just, actually here we kind of mirror that same structure, trying to as a naming convention. So we have our members area. This is read only for non-members, but once you become a member, you can actually participate in these conversations. And the areas up here, this is kind of open for the whole community. All of these channels are available. Anyone can chat in them and talk with them. But here in the members area, I'm just going to scroll through here real quick. This is the ongoing discussion about the tech and development. So if you ever want to know what's going on in real time, you are welcome to jump in here and just, watch the DAC operate, watch the different people working together, people just like you, adding value to the DAC, working on things to improve the DAC, helping participate in all these meeting rooms here. We have voice meeting rooms, so you can jump in and have conversations at any time. And one thing else I wanted to mention is that we've been really active as a block producer, providing technical leadership between Michael Yates, Rob Allen, myself, Luke Stokes. We've been active on a lot of different things, and sometimes we're busy doing stuff and not so much talking about all the cool stuff we're doing. So from that perspective, I just wanted to give another quick example of some of the types of things we're doing here and demonstrate how, for example, our eosDAC, the DAC account, where we're storing the DAC funds, is controlled and owned by a multi-signature address system now, so that there's no one person, Rob, Michael, myself, neither one of us could actually go and run off with the DAC's funds. This is now controlled by a multisig. It would take two of three of us to transfer any of the funds for anything. And once we get our custodians in place, this will be a full 12-person managed wallet. And the same thing is going to go for all the different control mechanisms that we have in the system. So that includes our token contract, all our different other contracts and accounts, so that the stake-weighted vote of the token holders is what really matters to control those funds, controls all those accounts. So you don't have a situation where you have to trust, one person to not do something bad. Essentially, those with the most invested in the eosDAC token will be the ones that will vote in the custodians who have the best interest in mind of the community. So I want to demonstrate that. It's just an example of the type of things we're doing behind the scenes. There's a whole lot more going on as well that I'm not going to bother getting into right now, but just keep an eye on eosDAC. We much appreciate your vote for eosDAC server as a block producer candidate. We also have some other interesting ideas as far as revenue generation for the DAC. One idea I was thinking about just the other day is I'm getting constantly approached, a few times a week now, it seems, from different organizations that want to build DACs on EOS. And so they want to talk to us because we're kind of, we did one of the very first airdrops. We're kind of the leading experts at this point as far as functional DACs on the EOS blockchain. And so they want our expertise. And what I've been thinking about is eventually we may have a situation where it's almost like a reverse worker proposal, where they want to pay the DAC for consulting to be able to better use and understand our open source tooling that we're building. And then different members of the DAC might actually submit worker proposals to take a portion of that to actually accomplish that work, to be the consultant and represent the DAC. And then from that position, if it's done correctly, hopefully there's a profit made for the DAC that can then be, again, used according to the will of the token holders represented by the custodians via worker proposals. So I'm really excited about the future of this. If you haven't already, I would definitely recommend checking out Andrew's video on what a DAC is, and I can go ahead and link to that in the description. And as always, we are active in Discord and Telegram, and if you have any questions at all, please let us know. We'd love to help as best we can. Hope you're doing very well and have a great day.